Hello, welcome again to the Layer Traffic member exclusive. This time around in the monthly training, we're going to cover the Google Penguin and how to deal with it. A lot of you have been asking about how to deal with it, and I answered that doing layer traffic, you're dealing with it essentially. And I know you're looking for more specific than that, so that's what this month's all about. The Google Penguin Pounder. All right, so let's get rolling on that. So what's it all about? Google is constantly updating their algorithm, and when they do that, it obviously, not obviously, but well, maybe it's obvious now, but many people lose the position they had in the search engine rankings as a result of the algorithm change. And of course, that's not good for businesses that are dependent on the search engine traffic. Some literally for years were receiving this traffic in their business, dependent on it, and then completely you were completely moved out. Went from page 1 to like 15 or 20, and of course that means they're getting no more search engine traffic. So you don't have to lose all of your traffic every time Google updates with some animal like a penguin or a panda or whatever they might choose. Or maybe they won't use an animal next time, who knows. But you don't have to lose it all and all your SEO advantage just because Google updates. And that's why layer traffic was designed the way it is. But I'm going to cover some specifics as they were laid out by a number of folks, including Market Samurai, and put them all here together for you in one place so you know how to do it. How to beat the pandas, how to become a penguin pounder. Beating the Google animals is not done using magic software or backdoors and loopholes. If you bought any software to defeat penguins to do that, well, I'm sorry that you wasted your money, but these are the things you need to be doing that will actually do it. And it doesn't. You don't have to have any software to do it. Sure, there are softwares that can make doing some of this analysis easier, and that's true. So, but to actually say a software on its own is going to be penguins for you, that's absurd. It isn't going to happen. So we won't be talking about any backdoors and loopholes that will cause you to get beat by Google. In fact, we're going to do exactly the opposite. I'm going to give you the best ways to beat Google, and that is by doing exactly what they want. So I'm going to show you what they want so that you can do that. We cover most of that in the core layers of layer traffic, but I'm going to show you a little bit more specifically with relationship to the latest Penguins updates. And so let's get going and see exactly what they want. So what should you be doing? Well, as we mentioned in the core layers, when you first start, it's primarily what you do on your page on your website, right? On page optimization. So that's how you optimize, or how you do the best practices on each and every page of your website. Every page, every article, every post, whichever you want to call it, they all mean the same thing essentially on a website. And it depends whether you're using WordPress or some blog or some other type of software to content management. It doesn't matter. On-page optimization is what's going on your web page when you're looking at it. So the main emphasis of the core levels of layer traffic is all about this on-page optimization, up through creating and posting your first content. So the majority of these things are covered in slightly different framework, but this will specify it toward the penguin and turn you into a penguin pounder, so you don't have to worry about these penguin updates. So if you had ranking and lost it, don't worry, it's not gone forever. You can get it back, and that's possible. For most layer traffic folks, you're just starting your first website, and so you're not trying to get it back. You're just trying to make sure you reduce your vulnerabilities. So you simply need to accurately analyze why it happened if you had a website and you lost your ranking. And the tools and methods and guidelines I give you here are going to do exactly that for you. All right. They'll make it so you are a penguin pounder and you didn't have to do anything but just simply Do things right. This does not mean but you start deleting stuff right away. All right, do not do that. Do not start deleting stuff before you analyze your site. Don't touch a thing. All right, you hear me loud and clear there? Don't touch a thing. If you haven't done anything, if you lost your ranking and you haven't done anything to your site yet, don't do anything until you complete this. Okay, if you are just getting started in layer traffic, then just follow along and apply these things as you go through the core layers, and reference them to the layers. But you'll understand as you do the layers why layer traffic is pretty much not vulnerable to being pounded by the penguins, and let you do the penguin pounding as you develop your website. So why not delete stuff? Okay, so that's pretty simple. Number one, if you just delete stuff, if you just go in there and just delete things, they had links on them and they were connected to other things, most likely. If you had good ranking, you did. So you're going to create a bunch of broken links, and if you do this makes your website look even worse to Google and to the other search engines. And your goal is not to become worse, it's to become better. So if you just randomly delete stuff, you become worse. So do not delete things randomly just because you got mad and you don't know what to do. That could be just about the worst thing you do. You want to become very systematic about how you do this, and then when you do decide to delete something, you want to create what is known as a 301 redirect to send that information that was there. So when people look for it and they try that link, they actually get some information and they don't get nothing. All right, getting nothing is bad. Search engines hate when you present nothing. So what is the 301 redirect? Well, 301 redirect pretty much just tells the search engines that your content has permanently moved positions. Okay, so it used to be here, but now it's there. You're basically putting up a road sign telling it where to go to find the kind of content that you moved or deleted. So the redirect, you redirect the old deleted URL to somewhere on your site with similar or related content. Okay, pretty clear. So if you were talking about chocolate chip cookies, then if you have another page where you talk about chocolate chip cookies, then you create a 301 redirect going to the other page with chocolate chip cookies that you did not delete. So for those of you that manage your website through a cPanel, you can do this in your cPanel. This isn't cPanel training, so I'm not going to show you that here. But the inside layer traffic, you do have a tech tools and a cPanel training lesson, so you can certainly refer to those for doing that. But I can make it easier, since most layer traffic folks are using WordPress, since that's what we teach, because it's much easier than anything else. WordPress makes a plugin called the Simple 301 Redirects. I'm not going to teach you the plugin here either, other than this plugin is pretty self-explanatory, and it enables you to do those redirects right inside your content structure. All right, so this is a very simple way to do that. And if you refer to the plugin directions for how to set it up and how to do it, and how to do these redirects. And inside layer traffic, you can refer to the tech tools and the cPanel training that's already there. And doing this, the redirects is very, very simple with inside your layer traffic. So the 301 redirect is a specific kind of redirect that redirects anybody who finds that broken link permanently. All right, permanently to a new place. So it doesn't just give them an error page. Okay, it gives them real content. That's the goal, is if they type in that disappeared link that you deleted, that they actually find real content that's totally related to what it is they were looking for. All right, so the next problem that comes along is over-optimization. And yes, there is such a thing as over-optimizing now. There's no specific definition for it, but there are certainly things you need to look out for to avoid being that, because there's certain things that if you do on your website, then you will get axed for it. The penguins will eat you alive. The pandas will come and get you. They'll all be there, and they will toss you out like like rotten vermin. You will be gone. All right. So here are some things not to do so that you won't be over optimized. Now, if you hang out in forums and stuff like that, and that's where you get your advice about SEO, you may be being set up for some really bad advice. There's lots of people in forums just spewing out just anything they think. They never tested anything. I run an SEO business. I get traffic for people. I test in traffic, and I test for business. So you can go to my thinkbigandgrowmedia.com site and see that is the case. So I'm not just talking forum speak here. Do not stuff your title tags with keywords. If you do that, you're going to be disappearing from the front page, okay? In fact, a method that was perfectly acceptable up until penguins came around was taking your primary keyword, using it as the first part of your title tag, then putting a dash or pipe or something next, and then putting the title, and then doing that over and over and over and over and over again throughout. Well, don't do that anymore. Just make a title that's related to your post. If the title naturally can contain the keyword, then put it in there. Now, on your post itself, because it displays on a screen where people see it, you may want to have a different title than what you have in the title tag. Because your title on your website needs to be something that really entices your reader to read. And your title tag may not need to be quite so enticing. It just needs to be clear that it's related to the content. So you may want to make a different title tag than your post for the sake of the post or article or page itself. You really want to grab somebody's attention with that title, all right? Pretty much like an advertisement. But make either one human readable. So the title tags not written for humans are going to get you trashed out of the search engines. So make sure you make them written for humans. And you can include the keyword in the title, but in the title tag, just make sure you're writing it so it makes human sense, okay? Whatever language you're writing in. All right, unique title tags on every single page. If you write the exact same title tag on every page, then you're going to have an awful lot of pages that will not get indexed and will not appear in the search engines. So for many people, the reason pages disappeared is because they had the same title tags on multiple pages, and only one page with that tag was kept in the search engine results. All right, so this is why using a plugin in WordPress, like All-in-One SEO plugin or Greg's plugin or whatever, Greg's SEO or Headspace or something like that, helps you in optimizing correctly for Google's and enabling you to be a penguin pounder, to pound those penguins right back into the sand. They won't touch you if you have optimized using the title tags correctly and your headlines. And then, of course, you can make your title tag different than your headline in WordPress by using a plugin like All-in-One SEO, Greg's SEO, or Headspace. And of course, you may not